Hi and welcome to this special edition of Sterling Report, recorded at the 2015 Sterling Heights Cultural Exchange. Later we'll bring you highlights of this diverse community gathering together to celebrate one common experience. But first up, the Michigan Aerospace Manufacturers Association, or MAIMEE, recently held an event at the Defense Corridor Center for Collaboration and Synergy that highlighted the fact that the sky truly is the limit for area manufacturers. The mission of MAIMEE is to serve and represent the interest of Michigan's aerospace and defense manufacturing firms with a single unified voice.
Michigan Aerospace Manufacturers Association was basically designed to take the manufacturing capabilities within the state, directly responsible for aerospace production and services, and to build a supply chain that actually provides value above and beyond what currently is there as a collaborative. And that collaborative is situated right here in Sterling Heights.
Over the past 4 years, MAIMEE has successfully built an entire supply base that interacts with each other, providing a value that independent companies could not achieve on their own. This effective process has gained the attention of companies such as Airbus and Boeing.
Companies from all over the world are recognizing that Michigan is no longer a smokestack industry manufacturing state, but in fact we are the epicenter of some of the most advanced technologies anywhere in the world. The aerospace industry is recognizing that, and I think they're coming to Michigan to tap into those resources.
However, the event held at DC3S on March 9th featured Enstrom Helicopter Corporation and the Detroit Aircraft Corporation.
Today is Michigan-based OEMs. So you're going to see today's highlight is helicopters and UAVs made in Michigan. And so both these manufacturers are looking at the supply chain that we put together to produce parts more effectively, efficiently, and at a cost value that they don't enjoy presently.
We as a company support local first, if at all possible. And not only because of the fact that I like supporting local, it's also the fact that we're closer by typically to be able to go there when we have issues, or they can come to our place.
Leaders of both companies spoke to the group about their products, services, and needs, potentially developing business relationships that will help strengthen the region.
I just see nothing but opportunity. Tapping into our technological base and using those technologies that are applicable to all kinds of other industries, aerospace being one of them.
Beginning this spring, teams gathering on Delia Park fields in the evening hours will enjoy the benefits of much needed improvements to the park's lighting. As the cold temperatures subside and the snow begins to melt, a flurry of activity is taking place at Delia Park.
Well, we are finally going through with our field lighting replacement at Delia Park. It's been a project that has been in the works and necessary for 5 to 6 years now. Over the past year and a half, we really made a big push to get this project done by applying for grants and going through the whole RFP process and awarding the work, and now we're to the implementation phase of field lighting replacement. Areas of concern that we had were the age of the existing poles, which were 33, 34 years old. We've identified a real issue after a windstorm last year in which one of the poles fell down, that a number of the poles had rot from just age, weather conditions, and even animals and insects getting at the wood. So we really found the need to fast track this project quite a bit. As we've pulled down a number of poles, we've found significant rot from the inside out. In fact, the pole that fell down really was rotting at the base of the pole. Some of the poles were rotting towards the top, which is where the fixtures were. Some were in the middle of the pole. There were various areas of need, and we just felt that we really couldn't go on any further exposing our residents and participants to these kind of risks.
Not only will the project address safety concerns, but the city will achieve a number of efficiencies and monetary savings through the use of modernized lighting and repurposing of the old wooden poles.
First and foremost, we've taken the old wood poles that are no longer structurally sound to be upright for lights, and we have put those on our back soccer and athletic fields to shield off the athletic fields from the parking lot. There has been issues with vehicles driving onto the athletic fields and causing damage, so this will help us preserve our athletic fields. So it was a great use of the products, also saved us by not having to have the materials hauled away and disposed of. In addition, the new lighting equipment that we have up there is extremely efficient compared to our old equipment. We had 8 poles per field before. We've cut down to 6 poles per field. We've decreased our number of fixtures by over 80 at 1,500 watts per bulb. That's a significant difference that we're excited to see play out on our bottom line on a yearly basis as well. But again, in addition to the savings, just the safety that we're going to be achieving by having these new poles up there. We talked about the safety of the past poles and the issues there, but also the lighting levels. The equipment we had before was not efficient, did not do a good job of putting light onto the field. It was great technology 33 years ago, not so much now. The light levels that we are going to be achieving on our field for our players to be playing under will be consistent and is guaranteed for really 30 years, the life of the, which is the expected warranty term for these poles. So we got a great product out there. It's going to be an enhanced playing experience for all of our players, whether they're playing baseball, softball, or football, and it's a great improvement for the city of Sterling Heights and Delia Park.
As you can see behind me, the 2015 Sterling Heights Cultural Exchange celebrates the diversity of the many cultures that call Sterling Heights home. Besides entertaining event-goers with music and dance, a wide variety of world cuisine, much of it donated by area restaurants, was available for sampling. Ethnic Community Committee Chairperson Andrew Pulford explained why the Cultural Exchange is an important event for Sterling Heights.
It brings our different ethnic groups together in a peaceful, organized situation where they can learn and view of different cultures.
Among the dignitaries that came and participated in the event, including our mayor and city council, Congresswoman Candace Miller also came to recognize the efforts of the Ethnic Community Committee in making this event happen.
I just think it is so incredibly important because Sterling Heights is such a beautiful place to live, such a great community, such a unique community, and principally because of all the diversity that is here. And you know what they do? They celebrate all the diversity that is here. There's so many different ethnic groups, and so this, the cultural committee that puts this on every year works so hard all throughout the year, and they are going to have great events celebrating the various ethnic groups. And as you might see behind me, are the beautiful Macedonian dancers, and they're going to be dancing here for this crowd in just a minute, and you can see how beautiful their costumes are, and they all have little red rose here, and this is just one of the ethnic groups that are going to be performing here. So it is just a wonderful way for Sterling Heights to celebrate what a wonderful place it is to live, and again how they play to their strength, which is their diverse community, all the various ethnic groups that live here that of course are so proud of being American. But you know what? They never forget their cultural identities either, and I think that's so important, particularly for the younger generation.
Celebrating diversity in Sterling Heights isn't just limited to the Sterling Heights Cultural Exchange. This month's featured artist highlights the important message of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This month's featured artist program involved a contest highlighting many local high schools' artists using the words of Dr. King to inspire their work. Reverend Mikhail Kuro from the Interfaith Center for Racial Justice explains.
The Interfaith Center for Racial Justice has been doing the Martin Luther King holiday celebration now for 29 years. And for our 25th anniversary, we decided to kick off an art contest. We made a high school art contest. And that idea was to predict a specific quote from Dr. King and allow people to do more research, to learn about Dr. King, to learn more about the civil rights movement, etc. So this year, with 2015 Martin Luther King, we chose the Drum Major Instinct speech that Dr. King gave, and so the students had to read that and then basically put their artistic expression of what that meant for them. And so this year's winner, Caitlin, what we liked so much about her particular art piece was the modern touch to it. We have youth on our committee that kind of chooses our art winners as well, and they very much like the kind of the more youthful drawing. So you see the tattoos and some of the thing that's part of the younger culture these days. And so that was a main reason that it got to the top.
16-year-old Caitlin Gallant, a junior at Lakeview High School, won the contest with her pen work. Many subtle symbols representing Dr. King's legacy were in her piece.
This piece of artwork, my teacher asked me one day if I wanted to do it, and I'm like, sure, that seems like something fun to do. So it all started with my first idea was pretty much peace symbol, which, you know, as pretty much, you know, the hand sign, and then I took the other symbols incorporated. I didn't really want to do anything too elaborate. I just thought something simple and modern would be good.
Some of Caitlin's classmates were also honored as Lakeview High School swept the top 3 positions in the contest.
We usually have about 20 artists in the county that participate from every high school is invited, and that's part of what we're trying to get more of them to put their artwork in, so that it would be wonderful if we had, dozens of pieces from each high school. But this year, Lakeview High School are first, second, and third, place winners. So they dominated with their artwork this year.
That's going to wrap up this edition of Sterling Report from here at the 2015 Cultural Exchange. Till next time, take care.